welcome to my channel. My name's Emily and today we're going to my first ever local author showcase. Another really cool thing is I'm going to be doing a reading from my book at the showcase. That's really fun, that's really exciting. I'll put clips of that in this video too and probably have a whole other video with it. I'm so excited. I'm going to take you along. Let's go! Hi everybody, my name is Emily Lynn Shepard and today I'll be reading from my book, The Name of the Game. The Name of the Game is a young adult romance and mystery novel and it's about daughters of rivaling art tycoons. So let's jump right into chapter 1, starting on page 5. The promise of newfound freedom, independence, and consequential adulthood followed most of America's high school graduates on their graduation day. For Celeste DeLowry, daughter of prominent art tycoons, her own graduation day held the promise of a life of subjugation to her late father's company. She would become CEO of the illustrious and renowned DeLowry Art Enterprises, and the commitment was daunting to say the least. Unfortunately, that was not the only dilemma lingering on her mind. The voice of her best friend, Elena Kensington, another socialite daughter of art moguls, haunted her guilty conscience. Every small declaration of love and admiration by Elena for her boyfriend replayed in Celeste's mind. The words were scandalizing, as Celeste had remembered a terrible mistake she committed the weekend prior to graduation, kissing Elena's boyfriend, Liam Montgomery. The sky was bubblegum pink and baby blue, with soft white clouds scattered above the golden sun, all of which appeared to be derived from a Monet painting. Despite the beautiful view, Liam and Celeste found themselves lost in each other's crystal blue eyes. In an imprudent moment, they shared a regretful kiss. She easily could have been mistaken for a runway model heading to New York Fashion Week. But even though she looked like $1 million, she had never felt more cheap. Keeping the tensions low would have been easier if there wasn't another rift between the two women. Illegal art auctions Celeste and Elena had been hosting for years were beginning to divide them as well. Celeste wanted their string of frivolous crimes to end, as she would become CEO of her late father's company, but Elena was not so willing. Throughout their friendship, Elena had always been slightly envious of Celeste. She believed her light was diminished by Celeste's shadow, but as a good friend would, she let it go. Elena would rather be happy for her friend, so she never let her jealousy bother her. Plus, she had one thing Celeste didn't. She had Liam. Now we're going to jump forward to page 18 of chapter 1. This is the scene at graduation when Elena finds out about the kiss. "Why did you do it?" Elena spat, crossing her arms. "Did you do it because you're lonely? Did you do it because you wanted to prove you could?" "No," Celeste replied, "of course not. I have standards." "You have rather low standards if you have to resort to stealing your best friend's boyfriend, if you ask me." In a cold frenzy, Elena slapped Celeste straight across her face, leaving a bright red mark on her pale cheek and causing another tumultuous uproar from her peers surrounding them. "And you had the nerve to say that I was making a bad name for myself in the art business," Elena snarled. "Well, look at you. You're on your way to making a bad name for yourself in every arena of business, especially the tabloid business, which I know you just love. Stop making a scene. You keep accusing me, but you're the one who loves being the center of attention. You're trying to be that right now," Celeste argued before lowering her voice to a whisper. "What you're doing in the art business is wrong, and nothing you say can change that. If you keep hosting those auctions, something bad is going to happen." "Really?" Elena laughed sarcastically, raising her voice loud so all the onlookers could hear. "I'll definitely take life advice and business tips from you, Celeste. Look how well you're doing. Living a double life must be a great talent to have. If only I had that ability to lie and sneak behind your back like you did behind mine. Whatever. The gutter is waiting for you outside, Celeste. Why don't you go join the rest of the trash in it?" Before she could even respond, Elena shoved Celeste, pushing her off balance. Brushing herself off, Celeste scoffed. "You can't be serious, Elena. You want to fight me?" "What, you think I can't handle it?" Elena fired back with a big smirk, pounding her fist in her hand. "I know you can't," Celeste snapped, stalking towards her. "I don't want to have to hurt you. Don't make me do this." Narrowing her gaze, Elena made a cold declaration which sent a shiver up Celeste's spine. "You already hurt me." Without warning, she then lunged for Celeste. Quick reflexes saved Celeste from the initial punch as she leaped to the side, but Elena reacted even more quickly and reached out to tug on Celeste's loose blonde hair. "Ow!" Celeste yelped. "Let me go! Stop being such a drama queen!" "Stop stealing people's boyfriends first!" Elena screamed, taking the opportunity to fully tackle Celeste. Soon enough, they were both sprawled on the floor in a catfight unlike anything their private preppy school had ever seen. Shimmering designer fabrics tore apart as Celeste and Elena severed all ties with their friendship. Now we're going to move on to Chapter 2, starting on page 30. This is the evening after graduation. Except Celeste failed to fall asleep. She lay awake, thinking over the day's events, the arguments, and what the future would entail for herself, Elena, and Liam. Her thoughts tormented her as her worst fears dominated her mind. What if, Celeste thought, what if Elena never forgives me? What if she hates me forever? What will Liam do? Will he come back and fight for her? What about the art auctions? Will I have to continue in them while working as CEO? What will happen if somebody found out about them? What will happen to me and our family company? What would happen to Elena? The unmistakable yet unbearable answer lingered in her thoughts. We could all end up in prison, she realized. The haunting understanding briefly escaped her as she heard a loud knock from downstairs. Slowly, she crept out of her room, hearing the wooden floorboards creak underneath her weight as she walked towards the spiral staircase. Gazing into the living room below her, she saw nothing, then heard another loud bang. The sound was only someone at the front door. Letting out a sigh of relief, Celeste ran down the staircase to answer the door. She swung open the door and gasped in shock when she saw Liam standing before her. "I had to see you, Celeste," Liam admitted, sitting beside her. "I couldn't wait any longer." He gripped his hands anxiously as he awaited her response. "Why did you come here, Liam?" she asked. "I had to make sure you're okay. I'm here for you. I always have been." "Shouldn't you be making sure your girlfriend is okay?" After making the snide remark, Celeste jumped to her feet and walked across the room, leaning against the wall opposite of him. This was as far away as she could get from him, yet a feeling grew within her which longed to be closer to him. Liam stood up as well and declared, "I think it's fair to say Elena's not my girlfriend anymore. More importantly, I don't want to be her boyfriend anymore." They stared at each other in silence while struggling to conceal their attraction towards the other until Celeste spoke once more. "What are you trying to say, Liam? You came here for a reason." He strode towards her to close the remaining distance between them. Immediately, he took her limp body into his strong arms and his deep blue eyes held her captive. "Yes, I did," he answered, kissing her deeply without warning. So now we're going to flash forward to chapter 20 for a short little romantic passage. When one moved, the other followed, and when one inhaled, the other exhaled. Their senses were connected like neurons, and the two were so lost in the moment that they hadn't noticed that the front door of the cottage had come ajar. Rain trickled into the room, and the noise from outside was much larger. But Elena was so lost in Liam's ocean blue eyes, searching for pools and tides within them, that she hadn't noticed. Footsteps had barged in, but Liam was so caught up in his daydream-turned reality that he hadn't noticed that someone had been watching him the entire time from across the room. It wasn't until they momentarily pulled away from the kiss and a fist came barreling towards his own face that Liam noticed something was the matter. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Stay tuned. If you like the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to have you here, and we'll have more author content, writing content, and all the fun stuff. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.